Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. And this afternoon, we are bringing you Section 5 Final Girls Lacrosse with the number 2 seed Wayzata Trojans taking on the number 1 seed Benilde-St Margaret Red Knights. And we are on location at the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St Margaret's, who are hosting this Section 5 final. The winner, of course, will go to the state tournament next week, which is going to be in Stillwater, Minnesota. And we are about to begin. And what I can tell you about both these teams is their records. Wayzata comes in with a 12-4 record, or 11-4, and Benilde comes in 11-4. Wayzata 12-3. And both teams have won 7 games in a row. They both had tough contests in the semifinals just here on Monday. Benilde escaped Breck by the score of 9-7, and looking at the Wayzata score over Robbinsdale Armstrong just last Monday, it was 15-12. So both teams were tested in the semifinals. It'll be interesting to see if that has any impact on their resiliency and their energy. It's very warm here in St. Louis Park, 93 degrees at game time. Wind 7 miles out of the south-southeast. It feels like 99 degrees on the field, so in addition to timeouts, I expect there'll be some water breaks. And we're about to begin. That is Piper Elin, the captain, leading the way at the center circle for the first draw of the match. Again, Section 5 championship on the line. Glad you're with us at ParkTV 16 Sports. And that face-off is won by Julia Evans, the leading goal scorer for Benilde. She comes in with 56 points, 33 goals, and 23 assists. She gives it up to Clara Clausen, who is tied for second in assists, 29 on the year. Number 9, Clausen, very steady in that corner, as usual. And that is number 5, Riley Weedman. So just underway here, 25-minute halves. Both these teams played earlier in the year, and Benilde got the better of that one, although the score was close. As we look at Tilly Wolf, the pass inside, and it's blocked. Clara Clausen had a nice opportunity, but good defense by the goaltender, Sky Huff, number 26 for the Trojans, who comes in with a 6.96 goals against average. There she is, and that's going to be a turnover now to Wayzata, and they'll have their first chance to rush the ball up the field on that far left side. That is number 22, Annika Lavender, the junior defender, and she takes it across midfield and gives the ball up in the corner, and Wayzata still looking for possession, as we had a ground ball there. Yep, they still do. That's number 21 with it. That was Eleanor Swanson. And that was number 15, Risa Bumgardner. And behind the net, that's number 4, Caitlin Sikorsky, sophomore. As Wayzata now will set up their offense for the first time in this Section 5 championship. That's number 2 with it, Ava Goodnature. And Brooke Nelson, with those quick hands, makes her first save of the night, and that's got to give confidence to the Red Knights offense and the entire team that Brooke Nelson came up with that great save on Goodnature. Goodnature, one of their leading scorers. Now they come down the field, they rush it out of bounds, and possession goes to Wayzata. So Benilde tried to take advantage and use the momentum of that save to come down and strike quickly. I like the strategy. Just didn't pay off that time, as we watch Wayzata's Maddie Westberg, the senior, bring the ball up across the 30. Plenty of space. Not a lot of pressures. Julia Evans far behind her. Now that pass to number 4. That's Caitlin Sikorsky. Sikorsky now will man that corner on the near side. Top 3 scores for Wayzata in order are Ava Score, number 11, Julia Lindahl, number 7, and Ava Goodnature. And that ball comes right across, and it's picked up by Riley Weedman. So another miss for Wayzata. Good defense there, poking that ball out of the cradles. We look at Izzy Garvin bring it across. She'll rush that ball all the way into the offensive zone if she can get to the corner, and there's a whistle, and they're going to let her keep playing. Now that's Maggie Grachik, just a freshman out there, played very well in the section semifinals. She'll bring it in on the right side, being guarded by 22. That's Annika Lavender. Now Clara Clausen. She had the first scoring opportunity a few moments ago. We're at 21:41 remaining here, first half. Tilly Wolf to Piper Alon, and I do feel that because of the heat, much like the semifinal, both teams last game on Monday in the same type of conditions took it easy. I think that's smart. They got to manage their resources here with the hot temperatures and the humidity, so they're just taking their time here, just killing time. Usually they play much more aggressively in more comfortable temperatures, so I think obviously this is intentional. So Claire Clausen to Julia Evans, and now they'll start to figure it out here. Now Tilly Wolf at the point position, drives right side, comes in, decides to pull up, but she draws the foul, and so she's gonna get a free position from the right angle at 45 degrees. So an excellent opportunity here for Wolf and the Red Knights. This coming with 20 minutes, 43 seconds remaining, clock running, and the pass to Julia Evans. So Wolf fakes them out with the pass as Evans cut from the left. No one was there to watch her, and they got that in. And Julia Evans gets on the board. After last game in the semifinals, she was relatively quiet on the scoring. I'm not even sure. Look at her come right in there, and the defense was asleep at the switch, I would say. Ashley Bullock, or excuse me, Annika Schoen, the junior.
Red Knights, number 10, Julia Evans.
Just failed to recognize that that was a possibility, and Julia Evans took advantage, and what great recognition by Tilly Wolf, who Wolf gets that assist that puts her at 25 on the year and bumps her point total up to 53, but that also gives Julia Evans her 34th goal of the year and her 57th point on the year. Okay, we go back to the center circle. Good start here for the Red Knights. That goal comes with 20:37 remaining first half, and the ensuing faceoff is controlled by Clara Clausen. And that is such a great skill in lacrosse, being able to pick up those ground balls. Possession is such a key part to winning these matches, it seems. Now that's Clara Clausen, 1-goal lead. First half with the ball and possession. And again, they're gonna take their time here as they start out. No need to rush. As I mentioned, they played each other back here, back on May 13th, and that shot is deflected, but picked up by Riedman on the rebound. And now it's loose again, another ground ball loose, and it's gonna go out of bounds, and I think Clausen maybe touched it last, but they're gonna award possession to Wayzata, so good defensive stand there by the Trojans. And they'll put the forecheck on him here. Okay, that is number 22 with it, Lavender, the junior. She'll bring it up as she crosses all the way across. It's got to be, what, 50, 60 yards all the way across. Oh, and that pass, she may have been tired, tried to get it ahead and over the head and out of bounds and blocking the ball, and they're going to give it to Wayzata there. That's number 4, Caitlin Sikorsky. And with her on the play for Benilde, I believe that's Riley Weidman. It is, and now we've got some discussion on the sidelines. At the bench, the referee, okay, got everything straightened out. Looked like we're ready to go, and we are back underway as we're approaching 20 minutes remaining right now. Okay, that is Sikorsky, number 4, looking to get on the board here. They're down 1-0. Again, winner goes to the state tournament, so this game is huge. Now that pass in front led her just a little bit too much. It was intended for number 12, Kate Schwaller. And now they get the rebound and a goal. Picking it up, Ava Score, their leading scorer from out of nowhere, scoops up the ground ball and puts it past Brooke Nelson. And there she is. And she goes right to the right and wasted no time. Didn't allow Brooke Nelson to even get a gauge on her. And that made that a smart shot, I believe, on the behalf of Ava Score. So that is her 44th goal of the year, and she ties it up. So off to a good start if you're looking for a competitive matchup, 1-1 here. And I do expect the score to be close, since it was back in May when these two teams first met this year. That score again, 9-7. And we're 1-1 here, 19:47 remaining. And now the ensuing faceoff is won by Wayzata's Ava Score. And I have a feeling I'll be mentioning her name more than once. Now ball loose, and Brooke Nelson comes up with it, takes matters into her own hands, and a nice nifty pass, and it gets deflected, unfortunately, but picked up again what great skill exhibited there by number 6, Cassie Gagne, just showing perseverance and avoiding the very, very high pressure forecheck, and now bringing it down the field across midfield is Weidman. Nope, now she takes the pass, actually bringing it. Was that Gagne? No, that was Izzy Garvin, and that's what her big skill is. I've seen her do that now several times. Just, that's a way to get the ball out of trouble and beat the forecheck. If you can outrun them, then you take a break, and she will go to the bench and wait up for the next time they come back on defense, and she'll be out there again, and that will be her job. Excellent job there by Izzy Garvin, just a sophomore. And now Benilde with a similar pattern here, really being deliberate when they come down. So they're being very careful. They don't want to get into a turnover-laden game here. They're going to be very deliberate. Look for their opportunities, but they are taking it easy right now, and Wayzata is not out pressuring him. And now here comes Elon. Now the pass to Evans. Now they're going to go into action. Elon cuts through. Motion offense, another cutter as they rotate that ball around. And now the pass to Evans. Evans, the give and go to Peschel. And the save by number 26, Sky Huff, robs Peschel on that attempt. And what great goaltending so far by Sky Huff. As I thought Peschel was right in there. That was a great pass by Evans and just great goaltending. And boy, just like hockey, if you got a great goaltender, that can make up for a lot if you're deficient on the offensive end. Okay, our score still tied at 1 here, 11:26 remaining. That's number 21 with it, Eleanor Swanson. Now Swanson gives it up to number 7. That's Julia Lindahl. And again, Lindahl, their second leading scorer with 37 goals. 16 assists, 53 points. She draws the whistle. And there's a good crowd on hand. And now a free position for Lindahl to take the lead for Wayzata on Brooke Nelson. Her first test against a free position, and that shot, she kicks it off right, rebound. Ground ball picked up by Benilde in stride. And that is number 21, Maggie Kaltsas, and she's gonna come right down, and oh, she gets tuned back, and she uses patient. Now she hits Riley Weidman, who tried to take a shot, and it just kind of got out of her basket. Looked like she rushed it there just a little bit. She probably had more time than she thought. Not a lot more time, but just enough maybe to steady herself and then make sure that shot goes off like she would have liked. But Benilde will retain possession. I look at the scoreboard. It's 16:15 remaining now, first half. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. I'm Robert Christensen. So glad you're with us. This is great girls high school lacrosse. Benilde trying to make another appearance in the state tournament. I think they've been there every year, except last year, of course. There was no state tournament due to the pandemic, as everyone knows. Now Benilde will go back into their offensive mode. Tilly Wolf, pass inside as she's met on defense and taken away. That pass intended for number 13, Annabelle Nicholson. And they do get the rebound, but boy, did she run into a brick wall. So Wayzata not afraid to come up and establish position physically. And no foul on that, so that was a legal play, at least according to the officials here. And now Reedman gets that rebound, so that is hurtful for Wayzata, I feel. You give too many offensive rebounds, which is basically what that would be comparable to in my mind. And a good team like Benilde, you give them too many chances, sooner or later they're going to take advantage here. So great defense by the Trojans. They're just unable to capitalize after 3 great stops there, really preventing any type of shot at all on 3 consecutive occasions. Now here comes Benilde's 4th attempt, and there's wide open Clara Clausen took that pass and turned around, but there was poke checked out of her basket. And again, defense by Wayzata. Look at the replay. There's Clausen. She opened it up perfectly. The pass was a little behind her, and there's the defender, Sky Huffman, right there. Sky Huff, I should say, gets that save, and now that brings a timeout on the field. So 4 opportunities in a row for Benilde go by the wayside due to very quick reactions on defense. by the Trojans, so I'm not sure which team took timeout, or this might be a water break. Pass that along to you if I hear from Mick, the legendary public address announcer here at McQuinn Athletic Complex. Sitting across the way at the scorer's table as we look at both teams taking a break. One thing I noticed that the Trojans have one tent and Benilde has two tents. Not sure that is, not sure anyone else notices that, but I don't think it's a huge deal, to be quite honest, but I did notice it. I don't know if the Trojans have to bring their own tent, or is that supposed to be provided? It is their color, so my guess is they could have brought another tent if they felt they needed it. So I'm sure they brought their own, and it's curious as to how many tents you could put up there if there at some point there'd be an objection, but I suppose not. It's really there for the safety of the players, just try to stay out of the sun. And we do have some cumulus clouds around here, so there is going to be some relief. It's not a completely, totally sunny day. I'd say it's partly cloudy, maybe half cloudy, if that's a correct phrase. We can look at the girls lacrosse brackets as we came to this game, where it is number 1 seed versus the number 2. And Wayzata and Armstrong had a close game. That was 15-12, and Benilde-St Margaret escaped a upset-minded Breck team. Came in with only 3 wins on the year and really pushed the Red Knights in that one. All right, following the water break and/or timeout, we're about to begin. I think Benilde will have, no, Wayzata will have it after that great save by Sky Huff. She's had at least 3 memorable ones, and now she'll bring it out as she gets it to number 11. That is Ava Score, S-C-O-R-E. And here comes Score trotting in, splitting the defense. Now she runs into some resistance, and she'll spin around as a nice double team there by Zayla Gunvalson, number 20. Captain out there. Several seniors on the Benilde team. This could be their last match of their high school careers, so you've got to understand the intensity that both these schools are playing this match with, as they should. Very deliberate now, the Trojans. Also on offense here, that's number 2 with it, Ava Goodnature. 3rd leading point getter, 36 on the year, and there's another save by Brooke Nelson. So both goaltenders are stealing the show. Look at that quick hands of Brooke Nelson, and that's what impressed me about her right when I first saw her play earlier this year. She's usually good on these long passes, and it gets deflected. Not sure that was advisable, but we'll see how it turns out, and it does. It's a turnover, so ill-advised pass there. Now will Ava Score, and the Trojans try to make her pay. Pass in close. That was number 2, Goodnature, and she took a push in the scoring circle, and she's going to get what they call a free position here. This will come with 3:06 on the clock and running. So the number 3 leading scorer with a chance in the shot, and it's blocked by Nelson. She saw that coming and she made the block. Let's look at that replay, or did it go just by her? No, she did get her, I think it would have been wide right, but Nelson had that covered clearly. But Wayzata retains possession. That was Sikora. She still got it, number 4. Caitlin Sikora. Now the pass to number 7. That's Julia Lindahl. And now 21 loses it momentarily. Eleanor Swanson. Now she gets pressure from Zayla Gunvalson. Wayzata trying to get an opportunity, keeping it close here. Tied at 1, and now the turnover or the broken up play by Maggie Kaltsas. Still loose. Sikora comes away with it momentarily. Then she loses it. Now Kaltsas gets that ball. She stuck with it, and she caused that breakup and caused, now she's gonna lose it. Now Sikora gets it back, and what a matchup those two just had there. All the way down the field, and that brings a round of applause from the Wayzata fans that are in attendance. And now quickly with the ball, that's Julia Lindahl. Lindahl, the 2nd leading scorer now. She trots now behind the net, And they are playing very aggressive on her. Communicating on defense. Now Sikorsky. And Tilly Wolf on top of her, pushes her back. Now the pass coming in, gets pushed back, and we got a whistle. And that's gonna come against the Red Knights, and now another free position here for number 21. That is Eleanor Swanson with a chance to take the lead. Nelson will be tested again, and she comes right in, and she got Malachi crunched by Mary Zavril and Zayla Gunvalson, and they stop that along with Brooke Nelson, and now Evans has it quickly as they relay the ball. It's now in the corner. That's Clara Clausen with it. And quickly, boy, what an efficient break of the ball after that save by Brooke Nelson with great help from Gunvalson and Zavril. Now called, Maggie Grocek loses it, and the ball is loose, and it's picked up by Wayzata. So unforced error there on Benilde as they give it right back. So both teams turning it over here, and we do have good defenses as we look at Sikorsky now in the free, looking for an angle, and she gets pushed back nicely there by number 6 for Benilde. That's Cassie Gagne, the junior. Now Sikorsky with it still. Look at the clock as we're approaching 10 minutes remaining. Now 13 with it. That's Alexis Lund, the senior for the Trojans. Now that ball coming all the way in and right off in a pass. Another great defensive stand there by Zavril and Gunvalson. Ball loose. Chasing it there for the Red Knights was Fiona Lynch, the junior, and there was a whistle, and they're going to give a free position to Wayzata as we're now below 10 minutes, 10:45 to be exact. Clock winding down here in the first half. Now Sikorsky takes that ball from number 2, Ava Goodnature. Sikorsky now behind the net. That's number 6 on her, Cassie Gagne. Gagne chases her. Now Gunvalson trying to get in there in the shot, and it's stolen away. Another great defensive play by Tilly Wolf. That may have been Grocek, and it's a turnover, so another great defensive stand by the Red Knights. And it brings to mind that old adage that defense wins championships, and here we have a huge defensive struggle between these two teams. Both very, very well coached and talented on defense. We always talk about the offense and how many goals they score, but right now we are seeing a defensive struggle. Which, if you watch it, it's just as interesting as a lot of goal scoring. Actually, now look at that save and another defensive play by the Trojans. And Annika Lavender, I should say. I apologize. And now Wayzata gets it, and they got a free possession behind their own goal line. However, that's Lavender, and a nice nifty pass, but still not out of the woods as she's being chased by Clara Clausen, and Clara Clausen bumps the ball loose, but she picks it up on the run. The Wayzata Trojan, that's number 8, Annika Schoen, and now coming away with it are the Red Knights. And now Julie Evans, 2-on-1 break. The pass to number 13. Annabelle Nicholson on the 2-on-1 fast break from Evans puts the Red Knights on top 2-1 with 8:04 remaining, and what a great defensive play. And there's her defense, causes the offense. Pass a little behind, but it had to be. And then what great agility by the freshman Annabelle Nicholson, getting the go-ahead goal here for the lead with 8:04 remaining. Evans on the assist. That gives her 24 now on the year. She had the goal earlier, so she has 2 points for a total of 58 on the year. And there's a timeout on the field, and this may be the water break that they've been using in this heat wave we're here in the Twin Cities, St. Louis Park. Again, as I was mentioning earlier, the winner, of course, is going to go to the state tournament, which the last several years has been at Chanhassen High School and Minnetonka High School, but now I guess the whole thing is going to be out in Stillwater. And right now, if this holds out for the Red Knights, and there's still a long way to go for them. They could be going to Stillwater next week. I think that tournament starts on Tuesday or Wednesday and goes through the week until Saturday when the championships are for both the boys and the girls. And I wonder if they're going to just use Stillwater High School, or they're going to have another high school, because with 2 tournaments going on, yeah, it's a lot of teams to juggle just at one high school, but they may have the number of fields to make that work. I'm not sure. There might be some consolation brackets in other towns because there is, I think, a runners-up bracket. Yeah, there is. There is a consolation bracket, of course. So, okay, the referee's coming out. And it's 2-1 here. 8:04 remaining on an extremely warm day, 93 degrees, very little winds, just 7 miles out of the south, which is where all that heat and moisture is coming from. And no end in sight. As I look ahead, it's going to be in the 90s for the next several days. As both teams come out slowly. So that is out of respect for the heat. I think usually they'd be running out. That was always sort of taboo when I played high school sports. Whether it was baseball, football, or basketball, you always ran out, never walked. So you'd be chastised and disciplined by your coach. But in this heat, I think it's good that they're taking their time. Okay. Again, 8:04 remaining after that long break. And we've got Piper Elon ready to take the draw. The senior captain. Just off the heels of their second goal. Goals against number 11. That's Ava Score, and Score wins that one. So Wayzata looking to tie it up here, and they'd like to do it sooner rather than later. Now the ball ahead to number 7. That's Julia Lindahl. Lindahl now trots to midfield, gets it to number 2. That's Ava Goodnature. So the 3 top scorers with the ball. Now, not seeing it was Score. And fortunately, Benilde was not there to intercept it, but that would have been big-time trouble and a big fast break opportunity for Benilde. As they also were sort of just regrouping. Now the inside pass and wide open. Ava Goodnature slips by the defense. And there was nothing Brooke Nelson could do on that shot. And what a nifty pass and a goal. That ball was right at shoulder length, and that allowed Goodnature to be very efficient in shooting it. Look, she broke right behind there and put it right past the right ear of Brooke Nelson to tie it up with 7:28. So that didn't take long. 36 seconds later, it's tied. We're at 2. The winner goes to the state tournament. This is going to be highly competitive throughout, back and forth. And now Benilde back to the center circle. And that's Piper Elon again. And with her is number 11 for the Trojans, Ava Score. And this time Julia Evans and the Red Knights get it. And that is number 5, Riley Weedman with it. Weedman, number 5, being chased by Maddie Westberg for the Trojans. Now quickly to Julia Evans. And we'll see if the pace now picks up. You know, I wonder this slowing down is always necessarily the right strategy here. You know, it just sort of, this is such a momentum game, it feels like, from the years I've been watching it. But I'm not out there running around in 99-degree heat, so far be it from me to pass any judgment on that. It would be brutal to be running around constantly in this heat. I don't care what age you are, so it's probably the smart thing here. So we're tied at 2. It's 6:42 remaining. And now that's Emma Peschel, who had a great opportunity earlier in the half. But the goaltender, Sky Huff, came up with one of her several exciting saves here for the Trojans. Now here come the Red Knights picking up the intensity behind the net. That's Riley Weedman. Now Julia Evans. And it's noticeable there are clouds. Edmund turns around. Good defense there by Westberg. Now here comes Zavarel. This is a time for her as well. Yes, Mary Zavarel always shows up in times like this. Just when they need a shot, it's Mary Zavarel time. And I've said that in her hockey games as well. She comes through at those tough times. And now she answers right back. So after very little scoring, both teams now back-to-back-to-back scoring, and there's Zavril, takes that hit. Well, keeps her balance and came right in and scored it, and what a great individual effort there by number 7, Mary Zavril. Zavril, that's her 19th goal on the year to go along with 7 assists. She had 25 points, now she has 26, and the Red Knights have the lead with 6:17 remaining. And we go back to the center circle for the draw, and I think is that Tilly Wolf this time. They do rotate it around. And it appears that it is, and they got a whistle on that. She's going against Ava Score, their leading scorer, who's taken all the draws at the center circle this afternoon. 6:09 remaining. Very highly complex face-off, and oh, the pass. Lindahl gets it, but now Evans takes it away, and she's back off to the races. Now into the corner is Riley Weedman, number 5. And now with that goal and the possession, a chance for the Red Knights to get a little bit of distance here on the scoreboard. They've led twice by 1 goal. Now a 3rd time. As Weedman now will trot back and forth. Now substitute coming in from all the way outside. She's coming right into your picture there. That's Clara Clausen. So I noticed that she was missing, but now she'll take her normal position. And there's that interception on Peschel by Ava Score. My goodness. Turnover defensively for the Trojans, and what a defensive battle this is really being. Never seen one so defense-oriented so far as I've seen this match, and it's fun to watch, I tell you what. Now the pass and a shot and a goal by number 15. Risa Bumgardner, the sophomore midfielder, takes the pass from number 13, I think that's who it was. Alexis Lund. Let's see if we can get the replay, and here setting it up was Maddie Westberg from the defensive end. That nifty pass to number 15, Bumgardner. So what a great individual effort by Maddie Westberg. She was down there in defense. She carried the ball almost the length of the field. And in transition, Benilde looked a little bit on their heels there. So Wayzata does have the opportunity to execute efficient fast breaks and catch the defense on their heels. So they tie it up here on that fast break following the turnover. And we're tied at 3 with 5:03 remaining, and we'll go back to the center circle. And now Piper Alon back there against, that again is Ava Score and Julia Evans. That's her 3rd ground ball pickup following a draw at the center circle. So she's having a great match already with a goal and assist, and with several possessions following face-offs. Playing very well, very efficiently. Okay, now Tilly Wolf at the point position, as I like to call it, like a point guard. You got wings on the right. You got baseline players, and now here comes Tilly Wolf. Let's see what she can do. She likes to come in on her own. She gets turned around, though. Good team defense. Now the pass to Grodchek, and she turned it just over the crossbar. But catching up to her on defense, though, for the Trojans, looked like that was number 8. To break up that scoring opportunity, Annika Schoen, the junior. Now play continues as we approach 4 minutes remaining. Evans to Grodchek. And Clara Clausen with her 29 assists on the year, looking for 30. This would be a perfect opportunity for the Red Knights to try to get their 1-goal margin once again. That is number 21, Maddie Kaltsas. Now to Alon. Now Wolf gets turned around, splits the defense on a curlicue move, and a shot is blocked in front. Great defense. I think that was number 22, Annika Lavender, and she may have taken a blow to the head there inadvertently. I'll have to see if we ever get a replay. Now here comes Kaltsas, and she gets turned around. So, boy, Wayzata very quick with their feet on defense. They keep turning them back. Now that is Grodchek, number 24. 3:11 remaining here, first half. Score tied. And you wonder if Benilde's going to hold it to the end here. That'd be a long time to hold it, but we'll see. There's Wolf looking to cut. They're watching her. And the pass, the give and go, misses. Kracek. And that is good defense by the Trojans once again as Maddie Westberg gets it again on that loose ground ball. Now she'll run it up on the left side. She just went the length of the field a few minutes ago. Leads pass on the bounce, gets it to Sikorsky. Now she loses it. Great defense by Piper Eilon, and now the whistle, and she has it for the Red Knights. Streaking in on the break. Here she comes with a chance. Nope, that's number 2, Izzy Garvin. My mistake. 2 for 12. Not always easy to tell that far away. Thanks for bearing with me. That's Claire Clausen now with it. I look at the clock, 2:11 now remaining. And Clausen now will settle it down. Get it to Julia Evans. 2:04. What a matchup here
2 minutes remaining.
in the Section 5 finals of girls high school lacrosse. It does not get any better than this. Now here comes Maddie Kaltsas as she streaks in. Gets pushed back away, looking for an opening, takes the shot, gets wide left. And she kind of fanned on it a little bit, didn't get all the power she wanted. But she did create a look like some seam of an opportunity. Okay, clock back underway, 1:45 remaining. Now Piper Eilon. She'll try the right side. She has an opening and a goal. Number 12, the senior captain, Piper Eilon, records that goal, and that is her 27th goal of the year. She's the 3rd leading scorer, 39th point. And Piper Eilon, is this going to be unassisted, or are they going to give the assist? Oh, they did the little fake there to Tilly Wolf, and that may have just been the fake that allowed her to get the defense maybe to shift just a little bit. And she delivered that shot with authority to make the score now 4-3. And that goal comes with 1:35 remaining. But don't go away just yet. Wayzata has a pattern here of scoring right back, as we have had very little scoring, and now back and forth we go. Benilde now up at home, 1:35 remaining. Another all-important face-off here late in the quarter, the FAF, and that is controlled by Clara Clausen. I like to say possession is 9/10 of the law, and here comes Zavril, and this would be another time for her. She looks like she's got a head of steam, and she takes a shot and scores. Zavril, unstoppable out there. Puts the Red Knights up by 2. Bang, bang goals. What a talent she is, folks.
Number 7,
Mary Zavril gets her 20th goal of the year, her 2nd of the afternoon, and you just knew what she was going to do. She's so quick, and she was basically covered, but found that seam, beating the defender and the excellent goaltender in Sky Huff. And now Benilde, their largest lead of the afternoon, and we still got a minute and 18 remaining on the clock. And suddenly both teams are scoring each time they get the possession, the last 6 or 7. And we're at 5-3 here, late in the first half of the Section 5 final. And back to the center circle, Piper Eilon. She did a nice job last time there. I expect she'll be taking the draws from here on out. Boy, it is a complicated procedure there. And that ball comes out, and it's scooped up by number 11, Ava Score, the leading scorer. Here we go, folks. Wayzata looking to get one of those goals back here before the end of the half. Try to do something to thwart the momentum that the Red Knights have going right now, as we are now at 1 minute remaining. Now to number 7, Lindahl. And aggressive defense by Zavril. She's already got 2 goals, trying to make it happen on the defensive end. Her along with Gunvalson and Izzy Garvin. Now the pass right in there, and the defense closes in on her. Ball loose, whistle, and they're going to give it to the Red Knights. Great defense, all 3 right around the net. Gunvalson. Who else was there? Maggie Gratzis. Nope, number 6, Cassie Gagne and Izzy Garvin. And number 8, Fiona Lynch, closed in. Now Brooke Nelson under some pressure. That pass overshoots Lynch, but picked up by the Red Knights. That's Peschel coming back to help out on defense. 27 seconds remaining, and she gets pushed back into the corner. So dangerous time here. Got to be sure with the ball. Now it's turned over. There's Lindahl and Ava score. Gets by both of them, and miraculously, the 2 leading scorers. Now that is number 7 with it, Lindahl, and there's 11 seconds, but she's way back. Position-wise, they're going to have to get it up there quick. They lose it. Now Zavril has it with 5 seconds. She might have time. She streaks in. She blows by the defender, loses the ball, takes it. Oh, she tried to pass it in, and now the horn goes off. What an exciting end to half number 1 of this Section 5 final. Our score 5-3. Don't go away. Come on back for half number 2.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our technical skills, our math, our engineering skills. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Zavril came in, so this is the tail end of the first half with a free position for Mary Zavril. And now we're going to set it up here. So I think she's only going to have time to shoot. There's no time on the clock. And there's the whistle and the shot, and it goes wide left. And then that ends the half. And that is halftime. Our score 5-3. Come on back for half number 2.
Today, millions of people all across America are building a life in recovery from mental and substance use disorders, helping themselves and helping each other, with friends, family, and community, lending their strength and support. Join the Voices for Recovery. Together, we are stronger. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders, for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location's production of this Section 5 final girls lacrosse matchup between Wayzata and Benilde-St Margaret's. And we are about to begin half number 2. We are broadcasting from the McQuinn Athletic Complex on the beautiful campus of Benilde-St Margaret's. And our score, after one exciting half of play with a lot of defense and then more offense at the end, it's 5-3. Benilde now will try to hold on here to get another berth in the state tournament. They're in their white jerseys with red shorts going left to right, and that's Wayzata's Julia Lindahl looking to answer back as Benilde took a 2-goal lead late in the first half. And you got to think that Wayzata's chomping at the bit to try to edge into that thing right away and send a message to the Red Knights. And of course, the Red Knights want to keep the momentum going here. And look at that nifty pass inside, but the defense, Gunvalson, especially along with Zavril, allows that ball to come loose on the stick check. Now the ball is loose at midfield, and Julia Evans comes away with it with those quick hands, and now she loses it on another stick check. So both teams efficiently stick checking the ball, and now the Trojans come away with it, and that pass is errant, and it's picked up by the Red Knights now. This time Riley Weedman has it. Just underway here in the second half, 25 minutes in length. Now Weedman double teamed by number 15, Bumgardner, and number 1 there with it, Westberg, and they get it right back. So both teams showing great defensive skills here this afternoon, and that continues here early in the first half as we've had several turnovers right off the bat. And now Wayzata with it, just like they were with it from the opening draw of the second half, and that's Lindahl. So back and forth and back and forth. And now Wayzata trying to settle things down, as that is number 11, Ava Score, their leading scorer. And a very appropriate last name for her in this sport, for sure. Now Lindahl being guarded closely by Tilly Wolf as she gives the ball up to number 13. That is Alexis Lund, the senior attacker and defender. Now that is Lindahl. Lindahl looking inside for number 2, Ava Goodnature, their second leading scorer. She can't catch up with it, but Sikorsky saves the day from behind the net. Now she delivers the pass, and she gets taken out from behind by Izzy Garvin on defense, and that draws the whistle, and that is going to be a critical scoring area foul. And that's going to bring a free position here and a chance to get a goal. And that's going to be Ava Score taking the ball, number 11. Okay, so Brooke Nelson getting ready. Here comes Ava Score, down 2 early in second half. She gets in there, uses her body and scores, and she does have enough quickness. And that is such a key part in those plays. And Ava Score, number 11, gets her second score of the afternoon and her 45th goal of the year. And she had the speed, folks, to get in there. She used her body well on Garvin, who tried to do everything she could to catch up, along with number 8, Fiona Lynch. But Ava Score draws them within 1 goal at 5-4. That goal comes with 22-26 remaining here in the second half. What a start to this second half, and what a matchup this year is in this Section 5 girls final lacrosse. And we go back to the center circle, and that is Piper Alon, and Julia Lindahl scoops it out, and now she'll rush it down on the right side, looking to tie it up here. Wayzata has never led, but they've been down by 1 goal a couple times, maybe 3, and then down those 2 goals. But they do answer right back, so this is a heavyweight fight. Both teams getting their punches in, back and forth. That is number 2, Ava Goodnature. Goodnature being harassed by Weedman. A little bit of a cross check there. And now behind the net to Sikorsky, number 4. She's elusive, and she'll come in, trying to use her speed, but that was Gagne, number 6, with the defense. Gagne, now she gets around her, tries to split the defense with Alon, comes right in, and Brooke Nelson makes the save. Ball loose. And that was Zavril just scooping it up when the whistle came in, and now we're going to have a card and a signal by the referee. And that is going to be a foul on Gagne. She's going to take a knee on the sideline. So penalty awarded against, if that's the right terminology. I don't think you're awarded if you get a penalty, but you are getting a penalty here. So we'll see if the PA announcer will fill us in.
2-minute penalty
2 minutes.
has been assessed to number 6 for the Red Knights, Cassie Gagne.
Gagne.
Release time is 19:34.
Okay. No indication of what the penalty was for, but nevertheless, Ava Score going for the hat trick here with a 45-degree angle on Brooke Nelson. And a chance to tie it up with 21:34 to go. She comes in, goes low, and Nelson steers it away, and then on the rebound, she scoops it up. Cool, calm, and collected Brooke Nelson stops Ava Score, the leading scorer for the Trojans, and now the Red Knights have it with 21:20 remaining with the 1-goal lead, and now their first chance into the offense, and there's Izzy Garvin rushing it all the way down the field, and she'll head off. Well done by number 2, and now a whistle away from the play as Maggie Grotchik had it. Let's look at this save by Brooke Nelson once again on Ava Score. She came right in, very creative, went low, but there was the quick reflexes of Brooke Nelson. Okay, back underway live here is number 8 with it. That is Annika Schoen. And now the Trojans bring it to midfield. That's 22, Lavender. And now here comes Lindahl, number 7. Looking to answer back again, spins around, gets double teamed by Alon and Gumbelson, and she gets sent back. And she'll hold on to it, and they'll set it up now as Lindahl will continue to hold it. Number 7, Ava Score directing traffic out there. There's the 3 leading scorer right there. Those 3 right there at that apex, that triangle. There's the give and go, and the shot and a goal. This time from Lindahl to number 2, Ava Goodnature. So that is the magic triangle for the Trojans right there with those 3. And this time it is Goodnature with the goal. This will be her 32nd on the year. Let's go to the replay, a little bit of a screen. And then she just came back off of it, and there wasn't enough help soon enough from behind. And that allowed Goodnature, along with her tall size there. I don't know how tall she is, but that her height advantage definitely allowed that goal to happen as well. So we'll go back to the center circle for the draw. Tight match here now as Wayzata pulls within 1. Once again here, that goal coming with 20 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. We go back to the center circle. And we are in for a great matchup all the way to the end here, folks. Glad you're with us at ParkTV 16 Sports. I am Robert Christensen. Enjoying every minute of this match here in this Section 5 final. Couldn't be better. Now here come the Trojans, and they lose it, and there's a poke check from behind, but they called a foul on that. It appears against the Red Knights. So the Trojans have it now, just after scoring a goal, trying to tie it up. We're under 20 minutes now. As we look at Ava Goodnature. Oh, it is tied up. My fault. They'll try to take their first lead. So much going on here. And now another free position here for Ava Goodnature to take their first lead. She comes in, and Brooke Nelson with another great save. And now we got a whistle. And the signal from, here's the replay coming right in. Nelson just in the position, just stayed steady and allowed herself to react to the ball. Now back live play, they awarded the ball back to Izzy Garvin and the Red Knights, and this time she loses it just at midfield. Ball still loose, and Garvin comes up with it again. What great perseverance by number 2. Now to Clara Clausen, and she'll settle it down. And we're tied at 5 here, under 20 minutes. In fact, under 19 remaining. Clock is gonna be playing a factor here. Obviously, they'll be playing overtime if it remains tied at the end of regulation. Following this matchup, we're going to be bringing you the boys in their section final, taking on Blake, I believe. Sure it is. It's Blake versus Benilde boys in boys lacrosse right here from the Quinn Athletic Complex. We'll be taping it live to be shown on our ParkTV.org website, or it should be on Comcast right now or tomorrow. Now Zavril with it. And the clock is still running at 8:12. Usually they stop the clock when there's a whistle, but right now they're running it. 18:04, and now Zavril will have a free position, but she's quite a distance away from the scoring circle. But let's see what she does. She's got 2 goals on the night. She decides to come back. Okay, now 17:50 remaining. Tilly, Wolf, and the Red Knights. We're tied at 5. This is going to be their first sustained opportunity on offense. Wolf looking for an opportunity, gets pushed back defensively by number 8, Annika Schoen for the Trojans. Now Julia Evans to Zavril. Zavril, look for her to step up here again. She might have to take matters into her own hands. She's got 2 already tonight. This is where she likes to go from the right side, and she scores it again. Mary Zavril finds another way to get a goal, and they're really the same way every time, isn't it? She goes to her right, and they are unable to stop her on this play, are they? 3 times, comes right in, gets her head up, well balanced, and puts it right between the legs of Sky Huff. And Benilde now goes back in front, 6-5. That goal coming with 17:22 remaining. And both teams are slow getting back. It is sweltering out here, folks, and these girls have been going at it now for a good hour and a half or so with their warm-ups. And it's a hot day here. There is some cloud cover coming in, which I think is giving them some relief, but it's not a lot. Okay. And there's not a lot of wind either. In fact, the flags are barely moving on the flagpole now, so very little wind. Now that face-off is won by Wayzata, and they're going to try to answer back Here comes number 2, Ava Goodnature for the Trojans. And it's gonna be pretty much the Lindahl Goodnature score game, and there it is. This time it's Lindahl to score. And she puts it in the back of the net. And we're tied again at 6 with 17:04. That goal comes with, what, less than 10 seconds? And now it appears there's going to be a timeout on the field, and this might be a water break. Unless we get another notification. I didn't see either team signaling for a timeout, but it's probably a good time for a water break.
Trying for the Trojans, number 11, and a score.
We can listen to Mick describe the score from the public announcer's position.
Score from Lindahl.
So score, I think that's her 4th goal of the evening. That gives her 47 on the year. And she's now exceeded 60 points on the year. And Zavril having her 3rd goal. She came in with 18, now has 21 on the year. So there is 17 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. And these teams are tied at 6. And there is the bracket and how these teams got here. Benilde had a close one against Breck, 7-5. And that was in doubt until the very end. And Wayzata looked like they were in a war with Armstrong. That score was 15-12. And we are in a tight defensive 6-6 game here. As we wait out the timeout here on the field. Try to imagine what these coaches would be saying to their players, and both teams are really playing spectacularly. This is a battle for the ages here, in my opinion. Both teams playing incredibly well, and it's just who's going to get the ball last, maybe, is my thought that just came to my head. It could win it, whoever has the last possession, especially the way they've been scoring here late in the first half and early here in the second half, and just how it's been back and forth. And I think if you're Benilde, you gotta find a way to stop those 3. It reminds me of the Chicago Bulls. Who'd they have? Jordan, Pippen, and B.J. Armstrong, and those 3, and then obviously some great bench players to help them win the championships. But it was those 3, the triangle offense. That's what I was looking for. That's exactly what the Trojans have. The little triangle offense there, that apex right at the top of the circle. So, all right. Big round of applause here from both crowds. Very appreciative of the type of high-level lacrosse that we're seeing here this afternoon. All right, we're back underway. Again, 17:04 remaining second half. We're tied at 6 to the center circle. Now Tilly Wolf takes the honors. Ball loose, though, as Maddie Kaltsas tried to get it, and now it's still loose, and that is Lindahl. And Goodnature, number 2, tried to get it. Kaltsas with it. Elon still loose. And this possession is huge, folks. The game is tied. And here comes Wayzata away with it momentarily, and now drawing a whistle. That was Zoe Olsen, the sophomore. And now she has it again, and they're back underway. But they're still under relentless pressure by the Red Knights here on defense. And the ball comes loose again, this time by Peschel, and now another whistle. And they're going to give it to the Red Knights, and that's Nicholson with it. She's going to try to take advantage. 3-on-3, though. They don't have numbers. It's even, and now she'll trot around. She must have recognized that, but she did look for the fast break. And the Trojans were right there. What great defense, and heads up by them to be ready for that possibility. And that's one reason why we're tied at 6, is the great defense on display here by the Trojans and the Red Knights. Now Nicholson, the freshman, with it. She gets it to Peschel. Now that's Maggie Kaltsas, also the freshman, and now timeout taken by the Red Knights. So now the Red Knights saw something on the sideline. Okay, they had the water break. Maybe they were talking about something. Coaches look out there, see their team on offense, and obviously want to share some insights that hopefully can result in a goal. And there you can see the animation there. Bowlesby, very animated in what she's trying to teach him. So clearly she had something she needed to say, and she didn't want to wait another second here. So trying to motivate her girls to even play at a higher level than they already are, and just trying to teach them from something that she saw on the sidelines. it's interesting just to kind of watch the body language of the players and the coach. Try to understand. I look over at the Wayzata bench, and they are huddled around their player, or their coach, I should say. There you see that signaling there. Yep, rotate the ball. Got to be moving, and they are slower, and it is because of the weather. That's what looks like that coach is saying there, is like, move it over, got to keep moving it. Yep, got to keep moving it. Got to keep moving it. And I think she's right. I think they got to take it to them a little bit here. Maybe change it up. You know, if they've been conserving their resources, maybe now's not the time to go into fast break, back and forth lacrosse until you know you have enough reserves to carry it out to the end. These are just my free-thinking thoughts here. You know, maybe you get down to 10 minutes, play this slow down, conserve your energy, and then, you know, bring the high-flying circus act and just bring it to them. Sort of like a rope-a-dope, Muhammad Ali style. Just take it easy, lull your opponents that you're going to be your style play throughout, and then turn it on late in the games. And that's kind of how the NBA used to be played. It still is sometimes by the better teams against an inferior team. I can remember when the Bulls would come and play the Wolves. The Wolves first year in 1989, they'd be up by 25. The Wolves would, starting the fourth quarter, and they'd lose by 25 or something like that. So let's see here what the strategy is for Benilde, if we can detect anything different than what we've seen, which is very deliberate here. Okay, again, back at the clock, 15:52 remaining. Both teams should be well rested, having the water break followed by that 2-minute timeout. Okay, we're underway. Kaltsas to Tilly Wolf. Tilly Wolf will be the point position here. She gets it over to the left side. And that is Clara Clausen. Clausen behind the net. And that is Nicholson. Nicholson, the freshman, gives the pass to Wolf. She comes right in, and she gets hit on the head. And that's going to be a foul on Wayzata. So right out of the gate, they did do a cutter there, which is what the coaches were signaling. Now a chance for Wolf to break the tie. Coming right in, takes the shot and scores it. Big time pressure clutch shot. Choose your adjective, but number 4, Tilly Wolf, gets her first goal of this championship. The junior comes right in, uses her body to the right, and then keeps her balance and just squeezes that below the crossbar, just over the head of the goaltender, Sky Huff. And that is number 7 for the Red Knights. They take another 1-goal lead. And that's been the pattern here since early on. Benilde gets a goal lead. Wayzata answers back. Benilde had a 2-goal lead. Wayzata answers back. Now another 1-goal lead. Wayzata has not led throughout. So, okay, 15:21 remaining. Back to the center circle. Tilly Wolf against Ava Score for the draw. Ball comes loose and fighting for it. Loose. The big scramble. Possession is so huge. And now the Red Knights, after just scoring, get that first possession. And that is huge if they can get another goal on it and get some momentum here. Now Maddie Kaltsas with it. Doing an excellent job possessing it. Now in the corner, that is Grachik, Maggie Grachik. Number 24. Now to Clara Clausen. Very steady out there. Now to Tilly Wolf, who just scored to put them up 7-6. Let's see if she's looking for more. And I do see more aggressiveness now. And now the ball's intercepted by Julia Lindahl. Lindahl's off to the races, and they got a possible fast break. Wolf, though, closing in on her, clearly with more speed, catches up to Lindahl. Lindahl comes right in, tries to split the defense, keeps her balance. And that's going to lead to a turnover. Lindahl tried to just will that ball all the way down the field, and she'll still stay on there. As Tilly Wolf now will take a break after running the distance on that field. She comes off probably just briefly until she can catch her breath. And now that's Brooke Nelson with it. And we'll start again here. 14:02 remaining. Red Knights with their 1-goal lead. That is Gunval Sen with a nice crossover move there. She comes to midfield. Gets that ball to Evans. What a nice job by Gunval Sen, the senior captain. Protecting that ball all the way up. And now Zavra with 3 goals. And you got to think she's feeling it. Coming right in and tried to put it in. She drew the whistle before the shot, however. And that might be a free position. She may have gotten conked on the head with the stick. And that might be as Zavril comes over, number 7. 13:29 and running. And here is the free position for Zavril to take another 2-goal lead this afternoon. From a 45-degree angle, she comes right in and scores it for her 4th goal of the evening. Mary Zavril displaying all kinds of heroics, scoring at huge opportune times, and now extends the Benilde lead to 2, coming right in. And she went right down by the waist and beat Huff for their 2nd 2-goal lead of the match. That goal comes with 13:16 remaining. But if the previous, 25, 35, 40 minutes of any indication, look for Wayzata to answer right back. But boy, they need to win a draw here, and they've had trouble doing that the last few times, and it's cost them goals. And now Zavril gets it again. What outstanding play so far by her, along with all the other ones, but she has really, really asserted herself on the scoring end and on the defensive end. She's had a couple key plays along with Gunvalson, stopping some free position opportunities for the Trojans. All right, now under 13 minutes remaining in this championship match. That is Maggie Grocek behind the net for Benilde. Now Julia Evans back to Zavril. Just coming up big time in the big moment here of this section final. Now Evans, leading scorer and the freshman, trots in, looks right, goes back left. Now Grocek comes over and gets it to Weidman, who comes in. Lots of switching. Now that was Elon. Good, quick defensive reaction by the Trojans as they push her right back out. Now the play, the give and go to Evans. She's covered though, and good recognition not to force it. And now Zavril. So they are playing more aggressive, and that's exactly what I thought they needed to do. There isn't this lollygagging waiting around. And like I said, that may have been, I don't mean that to be a criticism. I think it might have been great strategy, but it was time to play a little bit more up-tempo, I feel, on offense. And here comes Tilly Wolf after taking that break here now with the point position. She's got a goal this half, looking again and takes the shot and just misses over the crossbar. Fresh off the bench, they gave it to her right away. There's the replay as they close in, and who says this game is not rough? It's very rough. As number 8, Annika Schoen, number 2, Ava Goodnature there in on defense. Now the quick pass to Peschel and a goal. There was a whistle though. Is it before the shot? It may have been. And it was, so nullify that goal, but now I think a great scoring opportunity for Emma Peschel. She had a hat trick in the quarterfinals against Totino Grace. Now she'll come in with the shot, and it's stopped by Duff. So that, wow, lucky for Wayzata, they blew that whistle. And now, which is interesting to me, because if it was on the shot, it's like if you get fouled going in for the shot, can you nullify the foul? Can you say, no, we'll take the shot, we scored anyway? It's like on an interference play. Now here comes Sikorsky right in on the doorstep as the Wayzata Trojans came right down, and another great save by Brooke Nelson. And that is number 8, Fiona Lynch with it, and she splits 4 Trojans as she breaks in the defensive zone, spins around, and delivers a perfect pass to Weidman. And now they may have numbers here. And Weidman will pull back to the side as they lead 8-6, trying to extend that lead to 3 as we approach 10 minutes remaining in the section final. State tournament berth on the line. Julia Evans now will hold on to it on the far side. Let's see if the Red Knights keep the pressure on offensively. Yeah, following their last time out, that was with about 17 minutes. They've really cranked it up. And that's gotten them a 2-goal lead. And now the quick pass to Elon and a goal! Grocek to Piper Elon gives them a 3-goal cushion with 9:53 remaining in the second half. And we got a timeout on the field. This time taken by the Wayzata Trojans as Madison Kidd, their coach, will take a timeout as we look at that nifty pass as Elon came right through. And yeah, the big dog's got to eat is exactly what she's saying there. So Elon, who came in with the third leading goal scorer on the team, had 26, and I think is that her first goal? I'm not keeping track all the time, but it's at least her first goal. We know that because we just saw it. So that would give her 27 on the year and raise her point total to 34. And we've got a timeout on the field. Trojans obviously had to take that. They are now facing their largest deficit, and they've got to orchestrate a comeback, and they definitely have the ability to do it. They have proven that they can score quick and score fast, but they've got to start winning these face-offs because that really is where they are not getting their chances to score back. So the face-offs are now starting to go the way of the Red Knights. At least they've dominated in those draws, I guess they called in lacrosse, face-off or a draw, what will you? That has been the difference here, and then they've taken advantage of winning those draws and turning them into goals, and meanwhile Wayzata is on defense almost the entire time here. So we'll see what they got cooked up here, but it's hard to guard the Red Knights. They have so many weapons from so many different places, whereas the Red Knights also need to think about how they can stop that big 3 triangle for the Trojans. Those 3 again being Ava Score, Julia Lindahl, and Ava Goodnature. And the 4th leading scorer, not to surprise anyone, is Caitlin Sikorsky. She hasn't scored yet tonight, but she has been effective playing that position behind the net and setting up goal scores for some of Wayzata's goals as well. So long timeouts here in lacrosse. Glad you're with us watching this on ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. This will be our final broadcast for the girls lacrosse. We are not going to be bringing any state tournament games this year, but you can find them in other streaming services. I think there's exclusive contracts and so forth with the state tournament. So it's been a pleasure to broadcast these spring games. Glad they're back after being off of last spring. Certainly missed the sports athletics high school scene. So very glad to be back here and watching some great competitive girls lacrosse here. Okay, it looks like the Trojans are done talking it over. And they've got their work cut out for them. Down 3, but certainly plenty of time left, especially when you can see how quickly goals can happen in lacrosse with players all over the field at any one time. Long passes and quick sprinting can suddenly create uneven numbers on the offensive end and create a great fast break opportunity. So we'll see if Benilde plays a little bit defensive strategy. I think it might be a little early to go into what I would call the prevent defense, if there is such a thing in lacrosse. There probably is, but here come the Red Knights now, and Brooke Nelson leading the charge, and she has been stellar in nets this afternoon, as has the goaltender for the Trojans, Sky Huff. But they've gotten the better of her of late here in the second half. It was 5-3 at halftime, and it got tied up at 6, but now Benilde has reeled off 3 in a row. And we are slow and getting going here. I see a cart now into the sideline. Don't know if that's just the athletic director checking things out.
Thunder and lightning observed within the 8-mile radius.
Oh
the game
my.
will be postponed for 30 minutes.
Wow. So, I don't know if our audience was able to pick that up, but Mick, the PA announcer, has just informed us all that there's lightning within 8-mile radius of the location here, and so that means there's going to be a mandatory minimum 30-minute recess, and if we see lightning again, they'll start the 30-minute process over. So we'll be back at some point, so stay with us.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. We are about to begin or resume the second half of the Section 5 Girls Lacrosse Section Final. The winner goes to the state tournament after a 30-minute delay because there was lightning in the area. We're back underway. Benilde has scored 3 straight goals. They were tied at 6 not that long ago, and we're underway, and it'll be interesting to see what the break has on the effect of these teams, especially if you're Wayzata. That might have been just what the doctor ordered, getting a nice long break there to not only energize themselves, but also to take the momentum away from Benilde. But following that break, the center face-off goes to Benilde, and they have been winning those all the second half, and that has been a critical component in their lead here by 3. So that's Julia Evans now behind the net. She trots around, and she gets it to Riley Weedman. And we'll see if Benilde keeps the pressure on after their timeout with 17:04. They seem to change their tempo, and they are after it again. And of course, Wayzata, they're gonna have to play much more aggressive defense. They gotta get turnovers. Can't score without the ball. Now in the far corner, and you can see the Wayzata has really brought their defense out as we watch Piper Island come on, give it to Weedman. Keep an eye on the clock. We're now less than 9 minutes to go, 8:50 remaining. Piper Elon, she has 3 goals this afternoon, and she is content to just let the clock run its way down. So they are going to go into type of a little freeze here, and that's going to bring out the Wayzata defense, and that could create opportunities on the scoring end for Benilde. To Julia Evans down low, but she gets pushed back nicely there by number 8, Annika Schoen. And now back to Piper Elin in her cradle. She's being chased by 22, Annika Lavender. And now the double team comes with Zoe Olsen. And they've got to do something. Piper Elin showing great agility out there, spins around, now beats both of them, creates an opening. Now the give and go possibly to Evans. Evans now behind the net, being guarded by Score, and she takes the ball away, and that's the turnover the Trojans needed. Julia Evans, or Score, I should say, gets it ahead to Julia. That is Julia Lindahl, of course. Lindahl now gets it ahead across midfield to number 13. That is Alexis Lund. Now Lund with it, being guarded by Izzy Garvin all the way from the defensive end, trying to bounce that ball right back. So now Wayzata with a chance here, 7:40 remaining. And Izzy Garvin relentless on defense, just trying to pin number 13 Lund, but finally she gives the ball up to Sikorsky behind the net. 7.5 minutes remaining. Winner goes to state. Wayzata down by 3. They need this next goal, something fierce, if they want to have any type of chance. As Sikorsky tries to come around behind the net, gets pushed back. There's Zavril on defense. What a great afternoon and evening she has had in the Section 5 finals. 4 goals, outstanding defensive play. Now here comes the Trojans, number 2, that's Ava Goodnature, and Brooke Nelson makes another great save. One of several this afternoon, and that is a heartbreaker for the Trojans. They knew they needed to get a goal here early, down 3, and now bringing it all the way, rushing it in. Izzy Garvin still has the ball, and great possession there for Garvin on defense as she secures the ball into the offensive zone for the Red Knights. Now taking it away from Clara Clausen, another turnover. That's number 22, Annika Lavender. So the Trojans haven't gone away, but it's taken back again, this time by Piper Ilon. And now the senior captain will take it back, and we're right back where we were 2 minutes ago. This time, though, there's 6:20 remaining. And out comes the Wayzata defense. They've really got to push it here. Try to create more turnovers, and they don't have many more opportunities. Here comes Evans right in, and she scores. And that's what happens when you pull the defense out. It opens up those opportunities, and Julia Evans, the leading scorer, gets her 3rd goal of the night at 6:06 remaining, and that is going to be a huge 4-goal lead, the largest of the afternoon. So following the long weather break, Julia Evans takes the pass from Piper Ilon, and that gives them their 4-goal lead at 10-6. Again, that goal coming with 6:06 remaining, and now it is going to be quite the comeback for the Trojans if they can get back in it at all. Back to the center circle, that's Tilly Wolf against the leading goal scorer, number 11, Ava Score, and the Trojans have it, and they have a chance, and now we have a whistle. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties with the clock. I noticed the score is off and the time is off. So now we're gonna have some difficulties there. So lots of interesting interruptions today in this match right at the end of the first half as Zavra was coming in to score. We thought it was the end of the half, and there was a foul, so we came back from our public service announcement commercial, and then we had the weather break, and now we've got a clock malfunction. I see the athletic director for the Red Knights now coming over to look at the situation. So another delay here in this girls Section 5 final. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports. Again, I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. And now the referees are going to come away from the scores table. There's another match to follow, which is going to be delayed, and we'll be here for that as well. It's the Section 5 finals of boys lacrosse. And okay, we're back underway. The clock is right. It's 10-6, 6:06 remaining. And the Trojans have the ball, and there's still time, but they've got to go now if they're going to get back in this thing. And there's a shot and another save by Brooke Nelson. And what great defense there by Izzy Garvin as she thwarted the shot. Now another interception and a goal. My goodness, it can happen that fast in girls lacrosse as Ava Goodnature picks off Brooke Nelson and comes right in on her and puts that ball in the back of the net. And this game is not over yet, folks. So Nelson with that great save. And there is Score right there to pop that ball loose, gets to Goodnature, and what a turnover play that was by Ava Score. My goodness, so now the Trojans down by 3 with 5:50 remaining, and hold on, this game is far from over. The all-important draw now in the center circle. Again, that's Score versus Tilly Wolf. State tournament berth on the line, and the Trojans win that, and they quickly get it. Score to Goodnature, and now Goodnature with it. To the corner, that's Sikorsky. Sikorsky now looking. So Wayzata not going away easily here in this Section 5 final, and nor can you blame them. Very competitive out there by both teams. Sikorsky now. Zayla Gunvalson watching her. And the Trojans moving their motion offense, trying to get cutters. And now Sikorsky might take matters into her own hands, tries to get around Gunvalson, gets a pass to Goodnature. She uses her height and she puts it in for her second consecutive goal. And here come the Trojans as they're now within 2 with 5:10 remaining in the second half. And despite giving up one goal out of the 30-minute weather delay, going down 4, they've answered back with 2 more goals, and the reason being is they've won those 2 last face-offs. That's given them possession of the ball and the chance to get back in this. And now we will go back to the center circle. And that is the outstanding leading scorer and all-around player in Ava Score, number 11. And now here comes Piper Ayalon, the senior captain, for the all-important draw here with just 5:10 remaining in the Section 5 final. And it's gonna go to, and there's a whistle, and they're gonna award it to the Trojans. So now they have a chance to cut it to 1 with 5:04, plenty of time remaining now after those 2 quick goals. Now here come the Trojans. That is Ava Score, and she does take a foul there, and they're gonna give her the ball right back after the whistle. Play still continues on. Clock now below 5 minutes. That is Goodnature. And now Wayzata taking their time, having to catch their breath, I'm sure, just a little bit after those 2 quick bang-bang scores. Spending a lot of energy on this very warm early evening. So we are now less than 4.5 minutes remaining in the section final. Elon out there doing it on defense. Sikorsky just trying to find her way, zigzagging around. Now she's at the point position. And good defense by the Red Knights here. Clinging to a 2-goal lead here late. And there's a shot, and that goes wide left past Johnson and Brooke Nelson and the goal. And the Trojans will retain possession of the ball. 4 minutes remaining exactly. All right. Trotting in with it, that's number 21, Eleanor Swanson. Now Good Nature. She's got 2 consecutive goals here in the last few minutes to cut the lead to 2. Looking for the pure hat trick here. Now loses it momentarily, and there's a whistle, and there's going to be a foul on the Red Knights. Zavril being spoken to, and now they're going to give a free position opportunity to number 2, Ava Goodnature. She scored twice. She's a little far out to have a point-blank shot on Brooke Nelson, so she passes it to Sikorsky in the corner. Clock continues to wind down, 3:13, 3:12, 3:11. And Sikorsky now still looking for an opportunity. Ironclad defense there being displayed by the Red Knights. Sikorsky's gonna have to really take a chance here. She takes a shot and it bounces, and Nelson steers it away ever so slightly. It maybe bounced past her also. But the Trojans will retain possession. Clock continues to run. We're less than 3 minutes, 2:45 and counting. Trojans still have a chance as long as they have possession of the ball here. We've seen goals with just seconds of a draw. There's a pass, and there's the defense. Ball loose on the ground. Picked up by the Trojans, though. That was number 7, Lindahl, but now it's taken away by the Red Knights. Great defense, and it's in the cradle of Brooke Nelson. Now the quick pass out to Tilly Wolf, and what a great pass that was by Nelson. Now Wolf brings it across midfield on the far side. Closing in on 2 minutes. Beautiful pass to Julia Evans under pressure, and I can't say enough about Brooke Nelson's outlet pass there in traffic. Just steady right at eye level. Easy for Wolf to take it and rush that ball into the offensive zone. So now under 2 minutes remaining, Julia Evans, and now the Trojans are really under it now, and they've got to get a turnover for sure. Now Piper Elon behind the net. Maggie Kaltzoff's gonna come in, maybe take a shot, goes through the zone, and gets it to Zavril. That was a little dangerous by Kaltzoff, but she pulled it off well. Looked for an opportunity, but decided the better of it. Don't need to create any turnovers. Possession is everything right now. Minute and a half going. Peschel with it. That's Good Nature putting the pressure on. You gotta hand it to the Trojans. They did not wilt and go away after they got down 4 following the break. They came back with 2 goals, and now there's a trip by Score, and down goes Peschel. And it looked inadvertent to me. Clock, though, stopped at 1:17 remaining, so dire straits here for the Trojans. Peschel now getting her gear back together. She took quite a hard fall there on the trip. She's gonna have a free position. And as they set the stage for her, she runs ahead. And now she gets it behind the net to Piper Elon. Elon now trots back, 1:08 remaining, being chased by number 3, Zoe Olsen. Now gets it to Evans, the freshman. Evans, leading scorer. She's not looking to score right now, folks. She just wants to keep possession. Such a major part of lacrosse, just possessing that ball. Now Elon. State tournament, less than a minute away here if they can hold on. Elon. And that ball overthrows, and an unforced error by Elon is opening the door ever so slightly for the Trojans. They're down 2, but they've got to move quickly. They've got to go the full length of the field, get a goal, get the ball back, and score again. But 40 seconds, it's not unheard of. Clock underway, 36 seconds remaining. That's Lavander with it. They're gonna try to slow her up. That pal is loose now, but Sikorsky might get there first. Can she save it from going out of bounds? She doesn't. Possession awarded to Benilde. 26.8 seconds remaining, and now the wind kicks up. All kinds of weather. Now Tilly Wolf takes a beautiful pass from Garvin. And now she misses Peschel, but back her up there. Chasing is Weidman out of bounds. 17.9 on the clock. And the Trojans have it, and they need a miracle now. Ball comes out, blocked by Wolf on defense, picked up by Zavril. 12 seconds remaining, and Zavril has it, and who shouldn't? Mary Zavril had a heck of a game tonight. She's the #1 star with 4 goals, great defensive plays, and for her to carry the ball to the end, the senior, to go to the state tournament, once again, the Red Knights do it, but not after a very tough battle by the Trojans. They just would not go away all afternoon, and what a great lacrosse game this was. The Benilde-St Margaret Red Knights go to 13-3, and they go to the state tournament in Stillwater next week. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with, we're gonna have awards, so we're gonna stay here. Yeah, here comes the table. So hang with us. We're gonna award both teams with the championship and runner-up trophies for Section 5 girls lacrosse. So hang in there with us and watch the ceremony. What a match this was. It started out back and forth, very low scoring early on, and then the scoring started to pick up late in the first half, and both teams went back and forth. It was a 1-goal lead, then it was tied, then it was a 2-goal lead by Benilde, and one thing, Wayzata never did lead. They did come back and tie it at 6 early in the second half. And then Benilde with Mary Zavril scoring 2 straight goals. As you see the celebration continue on the sidelines, they deserved every bit of that championship. They had a very tough match against Breck just on Monday. They pushed them to their limits for a 7-5 win, and then Wayzata brought everything they had here this afternoon. It just wasn't enough here to beat the Red Knights, so they go to the state tournament again, where they think they've been the last 5 years now. And they'll await their draw on the weekend. So we'll just sit tight here and wait for the awards ceremony, and then coming up afterwards, we will be bringing you the boys lacrosse final in Section 5 against the Blake School Bears. That also promises to be a great matchup. So now the teams are coming across the field to get in position and to thank their fans and continue the celebration. Remember, last year there was no season for spring sports whatsoever. And I have to think about that timeout that the Red Knights took at 17:04. And they really did change the tempo after that, and that's really what the difference was. They turned it up, and they scored those 3 goals, later extended it to a 4-goal lead before giving up 2. And that game ends at 10-8, and it was every bit that close, quite frankly. Not until the very end did Benilde start to exert their will on the Trojans.
Congratulations to both teams.
So we'll listen to Mick, the PA announcer, do the announcements here, and I may pipe in if I feel the need.
At this time, Section 5 runner-up medals will be awarded.
Okay. I guess we can't hear Mick, so I will. So they're going to do the announcements here, and they're going to list the names of the players. So this is Maddie Westberg. Eva Goodnature scored several goals. She scored the last 2 for the Trojans.
Number 4, Caitlin Sikowski.
Now that's number 3, followed by 4, Zoe Olsen, Caitlin Sikorsky, Isabella Musa.
Number 6, Peyton Murray.
Caitlin Murray, no, that's Peyton Murray. Then Julia Lindahl, the top 3 scorers for the Trojans. She's a junior, she'll be back. Annika Schoen, a junior.
Number 9, Ashley Bullock.
Number 9, that's Ashley Bullock. She is a sophomore.
Number 10, Annie Bergstrom.
Annie Bergstrom.
Number 11, Ava Score.
Ava Score, just a junior. She'll be back next year.
Kate Schwalter.
Had a great game, Ava scored yet. That's Kate Schwaller, number 12, a sophomore. Alexis Lund, senior. This is her last match of her high school career. And Risa Baumgartner, or Ashley Aronauer, a junior. Risa Baumgartner, sophomore. So lots of youth also on the Trojans team. I expect them to be competitive again next year. They may just meet these same Red Knights in this same final a year from now. So they got a couple of talented players and more coming back. That's Michaela Bullock, a sophomore.
Rosenthal. Number 20, Lexi Bouchard.
And Lexi Bouchard, number 20.
Number 21, Eleanor Swanson.
Eleanor Swanson, just a freshman.
Number 22, Annika Lavender.
Annika Lavender, very stellar on defense, the junior. Nora Raby is a sophomore.
Number 24, Fran Evans.
Fran Evans.
Number 25, Delaney.
She's also a freshman. Then Delaney Nose, also a freshman. And then the goaltender, junior Sky Huff, and she also had a great afternoon in net. She turned away many goals that could have scored on her, and she had a great afternoon in nets despite being on the losing end and giving up 10 goals. That says something to only give up 10 goals against this very talented Red Knights team.
Jordan Friedhoff.
So they're mentioning the managers as well, Jordan Friedhoff for the Trojans and Jenna Bennett. Integral parts of any organization to have good support staff, of course. Also, Madison Kidd is the head coach, and her assistant coach, Stacy Denman. So, great season to the Trojans. They finished 12-5 on the year.
To accept your section trophy.
And here come the captains. And they are runner-ups.
Congratulations to the Section 5 champions.
Now to the champion Red Knights.
In numerical order. Number 2, Izzy Garvin.
Izzy Garvin, stellar on defense.
Number 4, Tilly Wolf.
Tilly Wolf, second leading scorer.
Number 5,
A key goal tonight. Junior, she'll be back. Riley Weedman, also very steady out there. Junior, also. Gagne, great on defense. Number 6, also a junior. Mary Zavril, just a junior. And the number 1 star tonight, her and Brooke Nelson in goal. Brooke Nelson was stellar. They all played well, but Zavril really asserted herself. There's Clara Clausen, number 9.
Sarah McGurl.
Julia Evans, Sarah McGurl, number 11.
Piper Elin.
Piper Elin, the captain. Stellar game tonight by the captain, senior. Extending her season for at least another couple matches. Annabelle Nicholson, the freshman.
Number 15, Callie Ebert.
And Peyton Murphy, number 15, Callie Ebert.
16, Ellie Kruzmark.
Ellie Kruzmark, the sophomore. Lots of youth, only 2 or 3, 4 seniors on the Red Knights. There's Emma Peschel. She'll be back. And Junkness. Both Peschel and Junkness, star players on the hockey team as well. Then Zila Gunvalson, great on defense tonight. Between her and Zavril, stopping some of the free positions by the Trojans. So she'll be graduating sadly. Then Maddie Kaltsas, number 21, just a freshman. Lindsay Layton, junior, she'll be back. Then Maggie Grachik, and then Lucy Hansen, I think she might be injured. And then Brooke Nelson, just a sophomore, great in nets. Look at that smile. She deserves that medal, as all do the Red Knights do. And there is the athletic director ready to award the championship plaque in Section 5. But before we do that, we'll talk about their student managers. Shelby Scott, Kate Daubenberger.
Now, will the captains of the Red Knights please step forward?
And here come the captains, Tilly Wolf, Zila Gunvalson, and Piper Elin with the trophy. And there are your champions. The Red Knights of Benilde-St Margaret's do it again, and they're heading to state. And there is their money shot. They'll have that with them for the rest of their lives. What a great moment. All right, so that'll do it. From McGlynn Athletic Complex, our final once again, Benilde 10, Wayzata 8. They're our Section 5 final champions. And so for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with our production here at ParkTV 16 Sports, I am Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned when we bring up boys lacrosse up next.